gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah.
Friends, today we've got another seriously exciting compact gaming tablet to check out, the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro, which will be released globally as the Red Magic Astra 2. Powered by Qualcomm's flagship Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor, this tablet isn't just built for top-tier performance, it also introduces a unique night cooling system that gives it a futuristic look. Red Magic clearly wants users to push this device to its limits. Since Android to PC game translation has made some big improvements recently, I decided to try running a few FPS games and see whether the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro is actually capable of handling PC gaming. So let's jump straight into it.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from Tech Maiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
Here it is, the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro. Just look at this design, it really stands out. Although it follows the overall styling of the previous 3 Pro, including the signature transparent window along the side, Red Magic has made some noticeable changes this time. The internal cooling fan found in the 3 Pro is gone, replaced by the brand's new night cooling system. The flowing liquid you can actually see inside the tablet is part of that setup. If this looks familiar, it's because Red Magic first introduced this same technology on the Red Magic 11 Pro last year. At the time, we explained that the system combines liquid-filled cooling channels with a piezoelectric ceramic micropump that continuously circulates coolant throughout the device. What's interesting is that this cooling solution doesn't work like traditional PC liquid cooling. Instead of simply cooling one component, its purpose is to spread heat generated by the processor across a much larger area of the tablet, helping temperatures stay balanced. Red Magic also leaned into the visual experience by making the system transparent and intentionally leaving open spaces so you can actually watch the coolant moving inside the tablet. Once you enable the RGB lighting effects, those cooling channels transform into glowing light strips. The result looks incredibly futuristic with a strong cyberpunk vibe. Personally, I think the final visual effect is one of the coolest parts of this tablet. Alongside the night cooling system, the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro still relies on a large VC vapor chamber for heat dissipation, while liquid crystal material is used to improve thermal conductivity. Another thoughtful design choice is that Red Magic has kept the camera module flush enough to maintain a completely flat back, just like on its gaming smartphones. That means when you place the tablet on a desk, it sits evenly without wobbling because of a raised camera bump. Moving around to the front, the tablet features a 9-inch OLED display with a resolution of 2400 by 1504, a near 16:10 aspect ratio, a blazing fast 185 Hz refresh rate, and more than 10-bit color depth. Compared to most compact tablets that still rely on LCD panels, this OLED screen delivers much richer colors and an overall better viewing experience. For gamers, OLED also offers another major advantage: extremely fast response times, with virtually no ghosting during gameplay. To make gaming even smoother, Red Magic has equipped the tablet with Synaptics S3930 touch controller, delivering a native 300 Hz multi-finger touch sampling rate along with a 2000 Hz instantaneous touch response. The company has also worked on minimizing touch interruptions and even added wet hand touch support, so sweaty hands won't get in the way during intense gaming sessions. One of the biggest upgrades this time is the addition of dual USB Type-C ports. While we've seen this feature on other devices before, it's a first for Red Magic tablets. Whether you're gaming in portrait or landscape mode, you can plug in the charger without it getting in your way. Both ports support up to 80-watt fast charging as well as bypass charging, allowing the tablet to draw power directly without constantly charging the battery, which helps reduce heat during long gaming sessions. The shorter USB-C port also supports the high-speed USB 3.2 Gen 2 standard for faster data transfers. Since we're talking about charging, let's also cover battery life. For an entertainment-focused gaming tablet, endurance is just as important as performance. The Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro packs an 8300 mAh battery, and in Geekbay's tablet entertainment battery test, it lasted an impressive 9 hours and 23 minutes. That's easily enough power for a full day of watching videos, browsing, and gaming. Of course, none of that matters if the gaming performance isn't there. So the real question is, how well does the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro handle today's popular games? The answer is simple. It powers through them with ease. In our real-world Arknights test running at 1036p resolution, the tablet maintained a perfectly stable 60 FPS during a midnight run, while consuming only 6.9 watts of power. Even after extended gameplay, the temperature reached just 42 degrees Celsius. Then we pushed it harder using the demanding Iron Man Gold mode at 1080p. Even under that heavier workload, it continued delivering a locked 60 FPS with a solid 1% low frame rate. Power consumption climbed to 8.9 watts, but temperatures still stayed below 45 degrees Celsius. That really highlights how effective the cooling system is. For this hardware, these games simply aren't much of a challenge. Now, it's time for something even more demanding: PC games. We experimented with Windows games on the Red Magic 11 Pro last year, but over the past 6 months, Android's Windows game translation ecosystem has evolved dramatically. One of the biggest improvements comes from an update to the Linux kernel that introduces a technology called NTSync. Its main goal is to reduce the overhead caused by thread synchronization when Windows games are translated to run on Linux-based systems. Modern PC games don't rely on just a single processing thread. Graphics rendering, loading assets, audio, physics calculations, and user input all operate across multiple threads that constantly communicate, wait for one another, and compete for shared resources. On Windows, the NT kernel has a built-in synchronization system that manages exactly when threads pause, wake up, and continue execution. When Windows games are run on Linux or Android through compatibility layers like WINE, things become more complicated. Previously, because Linux lacked native support for Windows NT synchronization, WINE had to recreate this behavior in user space. That extra translation process added noticeable performance overhead. Starting with Linux kernel version 6.14, the NTSync driver has officially been integrated into the mainline kernel. It provides native synchronization support for Windows compatibility layers, like WINE and Proton, allowing thread coordination to be handled much more efficiently at the kernel level. By eliminating much of the previous synchronization overhead, Windows game translation becomes faster and more efficient, leading to improved overall gaming performance.
On Android devices running updated integrated kernels, it's now possible to enable NTSync simply by adding a command inside the PC emulator. After that, you can verify it's working through Terminix. For games that put a heavy load on the CPU and rely heavily on translation, this feature can deliver a very noticeable jump in performance. There's more good news as well. Qualcomm's open-source Turnip GPU driver now supports the latest Adreno 800 series graphics, which finally opens the door for translating newer DX12 games. At the same time, compatibility layers like WINE and DXVK have received major improvements, so I had pretty high expectations for what this Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 powered tablet could actually do. If you don't feel like setting up a third-party emulator like we did, there's another option. Harmony's built-in PC emulator is much simpler to use, allowing you to sign directly into your Steam account from the gaming interface. It's surprisingly convenient. We also enabled Harmony's well-known Destroyer mode, which unlocks the tablet's maximum CPU and GPU performance to give Windows games every bit of processing power available. For our first test, we picked the stylish action title Stellar Blade. It's considered one of the best optimized PC games released in the past couple of years, so the question was simple: could this Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 tablet handle it? Instead of taking it easy, we jumped straight into 1080p resolution using balanced graphics settings with super resolution enabled. That's a much tougher workload than the 720p tests we've done before. The results were honestly impressive. Even the main menu looked noticeably sharper than what we've seen in previous translation attempts. Once gameplay started, frame rate stayed comfortably above 50 FPS, occasionally getting close to 60 FPS, making the overall experience feel very smooth. During heavier action scenes and combat, performance could dip to around 40 FPS, but gameplay remained enjoyable throughout.
It almost feels like Stellar Blade is optimized a little too well. So, naturally, we decided to raise the difficulty and move on to a brand new game released this year, Pragmata. Capcom's RE engine is generally known for being fairly well optimized, but Pragmata features much detailed graphics and considerably heavier workloads. Running it at 1080p with balanced settings sounded like a serious challenge, and honestly, I wasn't completely sure the tablet would manage it. After testing it ourselves, though, the results turned out to be better than expected. The graphics still looked surprisingly good for a mobile device, while the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro consistently delivered more than 40 FPS. In several scenes, frame rates even climbed close to 50 FPS, making the overall experience feel very smooth. Power consumption did rise beyond 18 watts, but despite that, gameplay remained smooth and perfectly enjoyable. Even combat sequences stayed above the 30 FPS mark. It's clear that the recent improvements to the compatibility layers have made a much bigger difference than I originally expected. But why stop there? Next, we decided to challenge something even tougher, Elden Ring. I still remember trying to run it a few years ago, and honestly, it wasn't a great experience. Even at very low resolutions, it struggled to maintain 30 FPS. This time, however, we're using a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 tablet together with the latest emulator updates, so I was curious to see how much things had improved. One thing about Elden Ring is that it doesn't offer any super resolution options. If you select 1080p, the game genuinely renders at native 1080p, which naturally demands much more processing power. Fortunately, Elden Ring tends to be limited more by CPU performance than resolution, so there's actually not a huge frame rate difference between 1080p, 720p, or even 540p. With NTSync enabled, native 1080p using TAA delivered between 30 and 40 FPS while exploring the open world. Honestly, that's much stronger performance than I expected. It's comparable to some previous generation integrated graphics PCs and even feels competitive with the Steam Deck. Since the game is rendered at native 1080p, image quality is impressively sharp. Being able to enjoy Elden Ring at this resolution on a tablet is genuinely impressive. Finally, it was time for the ultimate challenge, Cyberpunk 2077. We've experimented with this game on mobile hardware before, and while we managed playable performance, it required dropping the resolution significantly. This time, we wanted to push things much further. Could the tablet handle 1080p with super resolution enabled? To my surprise, it actually looked really good. Frame rates hovered around 30 FPS most of the time and occasionally approached 40 FPS. Even in dense city environments that put maximum pressure on the hardware, it managed to stay close to 30 FPS. Overall, the experience honestly reminded me of the previous generation console version of Cyberpunk. The combination of smooth gameplay and respectable image quality made it far more enjoyable than I expected. So, did these performance numbers live up to your expectations? After spending plenty of time testing PC games on the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro, one thing has become very clear. The progress of Windows game translation on Android is moving much faster than I imagined. Not too long ago, simply getting well-optimized games to run at 540p or 720p with super resolution already felt exciting. Now we're seeing demanding AAA titles running smoothly at 1080p with much better stability than before. It really feels like this technology is getting close to being practical for everyday gaming. Of course, a big part of that success comes from the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro itself. Its powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset and excellent cooling system provide the performance needed to achieve these results. On less capable hardware, reaching this level simply wouldn't be possible. Overall, this is an incredibly fun and surprisingly versatile gaming tablet. So, what do you think it should cost? In China, the base version of the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro starts at 4,999 yuan, which works out to roughly £556 in the UK or around $736 in the United States. And that's it for our hands-on review of the Red Magic Gaming Tablet 5 Pro. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like, save it for later, and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tech reviews and gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!